ChatGPT just came out with a major update with ChatGPT images, and is this the new best image generator ever? Check it out.
Reflecting all the angry skies, soft and fragile body left here on the wet key, still afloat, fresh from the boat. Arms and legs under the bonnets, blue blood splashing tears, regrets. Arms and legs under the bonnets, blue blood splashing tears, regrets. Ever slightly breathing, no more flow under the skin. Become sad souls left to roam.
As you've seen in that video, they had, well, a lot of different images when it came to generating images with ChatGPT images. And they were making very micro edits by uploading photos and doing all kind of transformations. And they said today that this is their new image generation, powered by the new flagship generation model. Now, whether you're creating something from scratch or editing a photo, you get an output you're picturing. It makes precise edits while keeping detail intact. And it does seem like they're doing just that. When we jump down to some of their examples, they have two of the OpenAI employees plus this dog, and they said combine two men and a dog in a 2000s film camera style photo and them looking bored at kids' birthday party. And it looked totally good, even having the dog in the center, just as good composition. They also said add chaotic kids in the background throwing things and screaming. And you see the kids right there in the background being very chaotic, just throwing things around. Not only that, they said change the man on the left to a hand-drawn retro anime style and the dog in a plushy style. Keep the man on the right in the background scenery the way they are. And you see that they actually did really good, keeping only the guy anime style and then the dog in the middle plushy. Even with the dog and the anime style characters touching, there's no real overlap. Then you see the guy on the right, the same, as well as the background the same from the previous photo. Then they uploaded this shirt or this sweater from OpenAI to put them all in OpenAI sweaters that look like this. And you see all of them have the sweaters, and it said them. So the AI understood that it only meant that the three people you originally said were to be changed and not the actual kids in the background, which is very intuitive of the AI to do such a thing. You can see that the guy to the far right does look a little bit chubbier and his neck's kind of gone now with the sweater on for some reason. But then they said now remove two men, just keep a dog and put them in OpenAI live stream that looks like the attached image. You can see that, well, it looks like an OpenAI live stream with the dog, and it said them. And it still understand that it was just a dog because you removed the guys from the photo, which is pretty cool. Not only that, they do have a more technical person if you care about the lenses and everything of this image with the skateboarder. And it's a Los Angeles landscape skateboarding shot with the following style: late 1990s documentary street photography shot on, and they have like a lot of camera specifications like 35mm color, Portrait 400 color palette, daylight, soft contrast, high dynamic range, all those photographer technical terms, but it came out as a pretty good image. But then they also had that really good image and they asked make his shirt red, his hat yellow, and change the speed limits to 15, and the truck is a fire truck. And you see the hat and the shirt changed. The speed limit is now 15 when it was originally 25. There's a fire truck over there to the left. They said add a crowd of people watching on the left, an eagle sitting on the pavement on the right, and a blimp flying in the distance. Definitely see the eagle sitting beside him on the concrete, the blimp out there top right, and the fire truck and the crowd both over there to the left with the sign still being 15 miles per hour. They said t-shirt hanging on the clothesline with that image printed as a full wraparound on the t-shirt, and you see that the t-shirt has that image above just on the clothes hanging up. Can you put the t-shirt that hangs on the clothesline and have the skateboarder wearing that t-shirt? And it did. It looks really good. And that's just a glimpse of, seems like, the power of OpenAI. And this may also be in Nana Banana Pro Killer because, well, Nana Banana Pro was really good at, well, editing images from image uploading, that micro editing to add, change. Well, it's like OpenAI has that with this image, with ChatGPT images. You even see it here where you see these image of these two OpenAI employees where they're kind of looking kind of stiff, but it says make an old school golden age Hollywood movie poster of a movie called Codex from the image of these two men. Feel free to change their costumes to fit the times. Change the names of the actors to these new names, and then directed by Sam Altman and produced by other people. Feel that AGI Pictures production. And you see they added all that. So at the bottom it has Feel the AGI Pictures Productions, and it has directed by Sam Altman, produced by the other person, the original Codex. And it looks like a really good image altogether. Not only that, they changed Sam Altman into, well, this image here, and it's a pretty lengthy prompt, so I'm just gonna sum up like the paragraph. It says transform me into an iconic 1980s VHS fitness instructor while keeping the natural facial expression and apply authentic 80s photo and video treatment directly to my face. Soft halation glow, slight blur, gentle noise, mild color, bleeding, and a lot more detail to make this image here. And I think they're showing off how detailed you can be in a prompt and how the image could come out just as you instructed it to be. Not only that, they did like glam doll where they uploaded Sam Altman and this other person. They said create a hyper 3D live floating head of a bratty glamorous version of the subject with bothered unimpressed expression, half-lidded eyes, arched eyebrows, and a lot more information to basically output these very glossy glam dolls. And also they have these one where it turned Sam Altman into an ornament, and this is also a pretty lengthy prompt. It had like paragraphs to it. Basically it says turn me into an ornament sculpted from glossy molded glass, finished in high shine lacquer and catches light from every angle. Its surface feels perfectly smooth and cool with a weight that suggests fragility and permanence at once. The coating is lustrous enamel, somewhere between ceramic and candy shell. And that was just the first paragraph, and it came out like this. It looks really good, but it didn't just stop there with what they were doing with Sam Altman. They also did like a empty prompt where they added this image of Sam Altman with t-shirts, and they made like ad for this shirt, and you see it looks pretty good. Even had the GPT dash shirt, classic American style, which is what they put as a part of the prompt. Not only that, they put these two images here, and they said this, which is a shorter prompt, they said put him in a 2000s doll game dressing screen. All the environment is pink. Make sure these sunglasses are in the set. You see the glasses at the bottom right are part of the set, and that was the entire prompt, and it made that. So even if you don't want to go as detailed as you want, you could still do it. Here's another one where they actually don't even add a reference image, they just describe the image. Where you see Sam Altman here is the input. They said put me in the girl with the pearl earrings painting, and it came out like this because ChatGPT already knew what painting that person was talking about and put Sam Altman right inside that painting. Also is better at instruction following, where they have this 6x6 grid and has row 1 through row 6, and they have in order of what they want. Like say for row 1 they have the Greek letter beta, a bench ball, a lemon, a robot, a fish tank, and a frog, all in the first row. And each row is then having the order of what you have and you want there. And you see with the new ChatGPT images, it outputs like this, and it looks really good. You see they have the beta symbol, the Greek alphabet beta, the beach ball, the lemon, the robot, the fish tank, and the frog. Where you see the other one has the beta, beach ball, lemon, robot, but it's not even a 6x6, it's 4x4x6. So you even get the dimensions correct. But it didn't even stop there. They're also really good at text rendering, where you see they even did one of this newspaper, where this one comes from a newspaper, and they're like the text within the prompt to make the image better or worse. And these are pretty lengthy prompts with a lot of text coming in there, and it was able to create the image with the text in there. It's amazing. They also had a pretty lengthy prompt for this, like paragraphs for how many calories are there in a hamburger, and they separated it by like ingredient with the infographic. See where it has like bun, the cheese, the onions, as a pretty nice infographic. And it even has like, as it was said to have put from the prompt itself. They even have one for like where they have this freaking diagram where basically they are asking how does a Fibonacci sequence work, explain it using both math and coding, and that's what the diagram they spit out. Not only that, they could see the image generation 1.5 versus the image generation before with these comparisons where they has this 1970s London look where it says make a scene in Chelsea, London in 1970s, photorealistic, everything in focus with tons of people in a bus with an advertisement for Image Gen 1.5 with OpenAI logo and subtle and subtitle. Create what you imagine, hyper realistic, amateur photographer, iPhone quality. And you see that the new one looks like a photo, like somebody was in the crowd and just took a photo right there in that moment. The other one looks a little bit AI-ish, a little bit fake-ish, like colored tones a little bit more muted and matted versus the other ones. Then they did one with like faces where this is a crowd of 10,000 of people in front of a Golden Gate Bridge. The faces of everyone in the crowd must be clearly visible. And you see that like in the new one, the faces are clearly visible. It looks like all the faces, at least for the first few rows, then like they are like blurred, like you can tell what's what unless you zoom in. And then they have one earlier where they look like more like oil paintings or some type of non-realistic photo where you clearly see that you went 10,000 of people in front of a Golden Gate Bridge. Even though it didn't say like they want real or not, they still do want them. They did another one where they did it with a diver playing underwater piano with mermaids watching in hyper-realistic amateur photo. And you see in the previous one, it doesn't look bad, but it does look a little bit dull, like the camera was struggling to take a picture underwater. When the new one looks very bright and vibrant, and like the poses action looks a little bit more natural, where like the mermaid's laying on a rock while one's swimming, the guy's playing the piano. Where the old one, the guy's playing the piano, but the mermaids are kind of awkwardly. I think this is where you can really tell the difference, where they had one that says generate an image of a printed retro photo of a young Asian man and a young white man in Santa hats at a bar. One of them is holding a drink. There should be a camera flashlight glare visible on the printed photo. The printed photo should have a thin white border visible and should be slightly rotated. And you see in the old one, it doesn't actually look bad, but it looks like a flare, image flare that was added in like post-production, some Photoshop job. And it doesn't look bad, but it's not on the bar, it's not on the table. But the new one, you can definitely tell the glare. It looks like a real photo, like somebody took a flash right there. And the image is like rotated, which highlights how powerful this is. And just some quick rapid fire ones where they have made some more comparisons, where they did like one with Deep Sea Poster. This is the old one where it doesn't look bad, but you're seeing that they're doing one based on like different depths, creating a poster of deep sea creatures at different depths with vertical ocean cutaway styled in a beautiful Japanese detailed anime style. That's the prompt, and well, you see the old and new one look like day and night as far as what the image was able to generate. They even did a world capitals map where you see the old one kind of has a different style, where it has like the globe at top and then the names of the capitals at the bottom for you to fill in, where you see the other one has it more eye-catching, more modern. And the prompt was create an image of a worksheet I can use to quiz my 6th graders on word capitals. Use a world map that they can label, focus on capitals for the top 20 most populous countries, make it fun and visually appealing. You can see that they can actually put different names on that map for the new one, but on the old one has the map, but there's no way to put the names, labels on the actual map. And even with different styles, where you see they have draw me like a dark fantasy anime, or you see one where they're turning one you into an anime with the previous version, and the one is keeping you looking realistic but having that anime style. But there are some limitations still, where it says like making the shirt say OpenAI and have everyone smiling. It said when there are many people, the model has difficulty maintaining the exact identity of every person during editing tasks. And then they also said that when it comes to limitations in some languages such as Chinese and Arabic. But tell me what you think. Do you think that this is beating out Nana Banana and cementing its spot as the #1 image generator, or do you think that it still has a little ways to go? If you want to keep up to date with the latest and greatest AI news, you should definitely like and subscribe. With that being said, your boy Dex9 Dexter